Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, the first, please allow me to introduce myself. So, my name is Rahil Mamatilan from TKG class, aka Network Engineering. Yeah, so today I will tell about how to cook pasta perfectly because you're probably doing it wrong. Okay, the formula for pasta seems also obvious. Water plus pasta equal dinner, right? But sometimes the supposedly simple things prove to be tricky. It turns out uh, it's out the window for pasta perfection. Not not stuck together and neither machine are hard in the center is slim. And then uh, there are the water or oil. What about cold water? Rinse at the end. Uh, if you hit is spinning, take a deep breath and let go of the pasta penny. We've assembled the base and easy tips for cooking excellent pasta every time. Okay. Okay. I'll just tell you the step by step. Okay. The first step, use a large pot. So pick a roomy pot that gives the pasta plenty of space to move around in. This is a good time to call that adds our 20 quarts to put into action. Okay, next step is load up the pot with lots of water. You want 6 or 6 quart of water for a standard 16 OZ package of pasta. When you're hungry and want to get to spaghetti, times that you might be tempted to use less water so it boils quicker down, just like pasta needs a roomy pot. It needs plenty of H2O to totally submerge everything. Uh, Her tip for making the water boil faster. Put all it on the pot, but keep it vertically so uncovered, so you'll hear when the water starts to boil, uh, uh, leaving a gap will also help keep the water from boiling over before you turn it down. Yeah. Ever had covered pot boil over? We have very successful. Eh, we have uh, we have very stressful. Okay. The next step is salt the water. Yeah, salt it good. Don't just give a single tap of the shaker. You want at least a tablespoon for 6 quarts of water. In fact, a chef we now use 2 tablespoons of coarse salt for 6 quarts of water. While many people suggest making it seawater salty, that's actually too salty, slightly less salty than uh, this is best. But the salty water is essential because it boosts the pasta flavor. Okay, next. Okay, bring the water to a full rolling boil. Again, don't let hanger. Make your dam in the pasta when the water is a mere simmer. When you want vigorous boil, remember the pasta is going to cool down the temperature of the water once you drop it in. To bring the water back up to a boil more quickly, put the lid back on. But the second you hear the water boiling again, take off the lid and sear to keep the pasta from sticking. Don't try from the stove to check Insta or see what people are tweeting or settle in to rewatch another episode of Game of Thrones. For unfasted dirty people sandguard and stir the pot at least 2 or 3 times during cooking. Don't let the strands come. They shall swirl unencumbered and free. Okay, the next step is test the pasta 2 minutes before it's ready. Yup, Check the pasta packaging. For the cook time, this is where it gets tricky. Uh, Ever notice that the instruction give a range of time? For instance, regularly dry spaghetti takes between 6 to 8 minutes, or is that 5 to 7 minutes, or 20 to 12 minutes. Uh, Depends on the package and the pasta. If you're cooking at a high altitude, that is yet another variable. I'm sorry. Okay, start checking the pasta doneness on the earlier range of the time frame. Fish out a single strand of pasta using a pasta um, fork or whatever. We find a pair of chopstick. It's perfectly. Let it cool. Then bite into it. How does it feel on your teeth? Does the center is just enough, or is there still a bit of a crunch? Does the pasta have? Okay. Uh, does the pasta have springy bones to it? What's that? Why you want insults you love it softer sometimes. Uh, Sometimes a bowl of flaky, soggy noodles tastes like home. But no matter you uh, preference, it's better to err on the side of all that, because you can fix that if a not quite cooking texture isn't your thing. Instruction below. Okay, next is uh, chef scoop of pasta water. Yeah. Once you think the pasta is cooked to your liking, take 2 seconds to do this little step that must harm cooks skip. Before you drain the water, scoop out a cup or two Pyrex measuring cup, or really anything that won't crack. This stretchy water can work wonders in sauce, to either bind the sauce and pasta together, or to dim down thicker sauce so they'll cut the noodles. Okay, the next step is drain, toss with sauce, and serve hot. Okay, so place a colander in the kitchen sink and drain your pasta. Put the drained pasta back into the pot with sauce, or into the sauce pan if the sauce is still cooking and the pan is large enough. Add your pasta water and toss to evenly coat. Serve piping hot. How to fix undercooked pasta? If there more by it than you like, put in back in the pot with your safe cooking water. See below. Add your sauce and cook over medium high heat for an extra minute or two. Bonus: the sauce will bind with the pasta and create a new kind of hummus. Okay, okay. And last, I have pasta perfection tips. Okay, the first is cooking times can vary according to pasta shape, amount, and type, wall weight, gluten free, or etc. Uh, Use the sluggish cooking time on the package. A sluggish not goes well. The second is unlike dried pasta. Fresh pasta takes only 2 or 3 minutes to cook. Max is trickier to cook than dried, so save it until you've got dried down. And and third is a stuffed pasta like ravioli will rise to the surface and float when ready. And the fourth is don't add oil to the pasta water. Some cooks are under the false assumption that a gallon of oil will keep the strength for crumbling. But there's nothing worse your one solve. Plus oil could leave your pasta to slick for the sauce to cling. And the last is don't rinse your pasta when it's done cooking. That was away all the heavy starch that bind it to the sauce. Yeah. Now that you've learned the classic method, we're going to uh, blow your mind with this new way of cooking pasta in a sauce pan with a small amount of water. It totally defeats everything we've ever been taught. Okay, maybe that's all from me. Uh, that's step by step how to make a perfectly pasta. Yeah, so I'm sorry if uh, inside step by step I'm wrong. I'm so sorry. Yeah, maybe that's all from me. uh Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.